It's also happened here politically. We've Zionist state capture.
Okay.
I believe that this country is under Zionist state capture. If you work for an individual and you are paid by them, you're an agent of that state. In David Cameron's government, something like 8 out of 12 cabinet ministers were directly being paid by like Israeli lobby groups. So the influence of Zionism on our culture and capitalism, and take Sunday opening. Remember, was it about 30 years ago they had things like Sunday opening, and if you go back further, things like cinemas were closed on Sunday. It's quite acceptable to say I'm not working on a Sunday because it's a day of rest. Now that's all gone out the window.
You see, I remember the Sunday trading arguments, and our bishops were saying that people need to rest, and they were uniting with the shop workers union talking about this. But it shows to me that they'd lost the argument immediately, because if you're saying that you shouldn't have shops open on Sunday because people need to rest, then when the very decision not to have shops open on Sunday was because it was the Lord's Day.
Yes.
But they couldn't say that, because even 30 years ago under Mrs. Thatcher, when the Sunday trading laws were got rid of, there was no longer a sense that you could identify the Sunday provision for no shop opening except small newsagents and places like that. You couldn't link that with a religious matter. Once there's no longer a religious justification, it's going to go in the end. And so Sunday trading, just that law preventing Sunday trading just went and had to go, because that showed that if we're going to actually retain certain things, like marriage, why could we not say marriage is just between a man and a woman? Because if there's no religious basis for saying that, you can say there's natural law basis, but that's just kind of like easily got rid of.
Christianity was undermined.
So that's how we lost the marriage between a man and a woman.
The media was to undermine Christianity. It made Christianity in something which was unfashionable, and they made a mockery of Christianity. People who stood up for any sort of morality in this country were made a mockery of. Mary Whitehouse. If you look at Mary Whitehouse, the stuff she was saying in the 70s, it's all been proven true what she said. At the time, she became a ridicule, like a caricature. Anything goes, all this sort of attitude. And it was all deliberately done to undermine Christianity in this country. I think it's been deliberate. I think there has been an intelligence behind it, and I think it's not just happened by chance. There's been a massive campaign to take Christianity out of this country. You see it at Christmas. You've only got to turn the television on, there's no mention of Christmas anymore. Remember 35 years ago, you turn the telly on, you'd have like all this, it'd be Christmas, the telly would be different. There'd be like references to Christmas and all the rest of it, nothing, that's all gone. But it is deliberate, that's what I'm saying. It's a deliberate campaign.
Well, I don't think that's something I would disagree with.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows that I've got very, very firm views on who's behind all this.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But we're not allowed to even have an opinion on who's behind it, or we're not allowed to have any. But it's not just this. If we go back through the centuries, there's always been people working to undermine Christianity in Europe. We go back to the French Revolution. Yeah. Often the influences, we know the influence is Masonic and deliberate, basically.
Well, you can speak about the influence of Masons. There's certain other groups you can't speak about the influence of.
No, but they